Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you all. I'm Aspie, or as many of you know, I'm Mini Aspie and many other nicknames that comes into play when I do some fun and games and whatnot, but I'd rather be called Aspie for reason being and behind saying this, for the ones that have landed on my page just for now, is because obviously it has come to my attention, even though I've got Asperger's syndrome. This is a clinical slang term for people with Asperger's syndrome, for people to, understand me and around it. I also do just a brief introduction, obviously, do some, mentoring, advocating for people like me, and hopefully I'm saying this to share some knowledge and know-how based on health and awareness series and every other bits and pieces I want to bring out in between of this. So this one's obviously, while I'm away, is called the 8 different types of love. Obviously there are a few more maybe in this day and age, but this is based on the great cause of what I'm sharing. So hopefully you're enjoying some of these videos. If you are some of these series that I'm trying to plan out while I'm away, smash the like button or feel free to comment below, because it will be much engaged. If I've missed out any of the everyday things of some stuff, feel free to comment, or just feel free to just pop it anywhere while I'm away. I'll do my very darn hardest while I'm away for the first week of January to actually bring out more videos. So it's all saying this though, hopefully guys, that you'll enjoy these, and hopefully one of them will educate you or hopefully entertain you while I'm away, regardless what it may be, because at this point of time I'm just trying to do as many as I can to do while I'm away. So in this one, as said, this one's the 8 different types of love. So let's begin this. As we know, basically there are many different paths we take in life, be it whatever it may be. Some of us may want to take in our path of life just to self-discover, self-learn, self-teach ourselves and whatnot. There is also along the way heartbreak, love, forgiveness, unforgiveness, bitterness, anger, all the wheels of everyday feelings and emotions. But the longest of them all is the path is towards our heart, or to our heart. If you resist this path, it will take a forever lifetime to find the end of the real true love you're looking for. If you do, however, surrender and embrace it, you'll be right at home and you'll be having all these warm fuzzy feelings. We have all been blinded by the blanket of many forms of emotions, regardless of what it was, as I said before. Excuse me. From the precepts of union into love. While we have only one word for it, the ancient Greeks, in the pursuit of wisdom and self-understanding, however, has found 7 different varieties of love that we all experience at some point in our lives. When we do understand these different types of love out there, we can then become more conscious of how deep our connection is with ourselves and the other people in our lives, be it our family, friends, partner, boyfriend, whatever. So you may be wondering, what different types of love basically are you currently experiencing, and how are they impacting your life? So here I am today, hopefully as a friendly Aspie, based on my research, that hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from. The first one is Eros, or erotic love. The first kind of love is Eros, which is named after the Greek god of love and fertility. Eros represents the idea of sexual passion and desire. The ancient Greeks considered Eros to be dangerous and frightening, as it involves a loss of control through the primal impulse to procreate. Eros is a passionate and intense form of love that arouses romantic and sexual feelings. Eros is an exalted, beautifully idealistic love that in the hearts of spirituality mature can be used to recall knowledge of beauty, as Selfless put it, through tantra and spiritual sex. But when misguided, Eros can be misused too, abused and indulged in, leading to impulsive acts and broken hearts. Eros is a primal and powerful fire that burns out quickly. It needs its flame to be fanned through one of the deeper forms of love below, as it is centered around the selfish aspects of love, that is personal infatuation and physical pleasure. The love catalyst for this form of love is the physical body, or as what my parents calls it sometimes, as a form of lust. 2. Philia, or affectionate love. The second type of love is Philia, or friendship. The ancient Greeks valued Philia far above Eros because it was considered a love between 2 equals. Plato felt that physical attraction wasn't necessary part of love, hence the use of the word platonic to mean without physical attraction. Philia is a type of love that is felt among friends who've enjoyed hard times together. As Aristotle put it, Philia is Dispassionate, virtuous love that is free from the intensity of sexual attraction. It often involves the feelings of loyalty among friends, camaraderie among teammates, and the sense of sacrifice for your pack. Examples in films such as Girl with the Pill Earring or The Girl Next Door. The love catalyst is the mind. Number 3. Storge or familiar love. Storge, I should say. Although Storge closely resembles Philia and that it's a love without physical attraction, Storge, however, is primarily to do with kinship and familiarity. Storge is a natural form of affection that often flows between parents and their children and children to their parents. Storge love can be found among childhood friends that is later shared as adults. Although Storge is a powerful form of love, it can also become an obstacle on our spiritual paths, especially when our family or friends don't align with us or support our journey. Love catalyst, casual memories. 4. Ludus, or the playful love. Although Ludus has a bit of the erotic Eros in it, it's much more than that. The Greeks thought it to be a playful form of love. For example, the affection between young lovers. Ludus is that feeling we have when we go through the early stages of falling in love with someone, hearsay, the fluttering of flirting with one another, teasing one another in a fun, loving way, and feelings of euphoria. Playfulness in love is an essential ingredient that is often lost in long-term relationships. Yet playfulness is one of the secrets to keeping the childlike innocence of your love alive, interesting, and exciting. Love catalyst, astral, emotion. 5. Mania, or obsessive love. Mania love is a type of love that leads a partner into a type of madness and obsessiveness. It occurs when there is an imbalance between Eros and Ludus. To those who experience mania, love itself is a means of rescuing themselves, a reinforcement of their own value as the sufferer or poor self-esteem. This person who wants to be loved or wants to love and be loved to find a sense of self-value. Because of this, they become possessive and jealous lovers, feelings as though they desperately need their partners. If the other partner fails to separate with the same kind of mania love, many issues does prevail and show up. This is why mania can often lead to issues such as codependency. Love catalyst, survival instinct. Number 6, Pragma or enduring love. Pragma is a love that has aged, matured, and developed over time. It's beyond the physical. It has transcended the casual and is a unique harmony that has formed over time. You can find Pragma and married couples who've been together for a very long time on friendships that have endured for decades. Unfortunately, Pragma is a type of love that's not easily found today. We spend so much time and energy trying to find love and so little time in learning how to maintain it and work with it. Unlike the other types of loves here, Pragma is the result of effort on both sides. It's love between people who've learned to make compromises, have demonstrated patience and tolerance to make the relationship work. Love catalyst, etheric, unconscious. Number 7, Philautia, or self-love. The Greeks understood that in order to care for others, we must first learn to care for ourselves. For our number 1, this form of self-love isn't unhealthy fantasy and self-obsession that's focused on personal fame, gain, and fortune, as is the case with narcissism. Philautia is self-love in its healthiest form. It shares the Buddhist philosophy of self-compassion, which is the deeper understanding that only once you have the strength to love yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin, you will be able to provide love to others. As Aristotle put it, all friendly feelings for others are an extension of a man's feeling for himself. You can't share what you don't have if you don't love yourself. You can't love anyone else either. The only way to truly be happy is to find the unconditional love for yourself. Once you learn to find love and understand yourself, you will be ready to search for that spiritual freedom of the self. Catalyst soul. Last but not least is your Agape or selfless love. The highest and most radical type of love, according to the Greeks, is Agape or selfless unconditional love. This type of love is not the sentimental outpouring that often passes as love in our society, however. It has nothing to do with the condition-based type of love that our sex-obsessed culture tries to pass as love. Agape is what some call spiritual love. It's an unconditional love, bigger than ourselves, a boundless compassion, an infinite empathy. It's what the Buddhist describes as metta, or universal loving kindness. It's the purest form of love that is free from desires and expectations, and loves regardless of the flaws and shortcomings of others. Agape is the love that is felt for what is intuitively known as the divine truth, the love that accepts, forgives, and believes for our greater good. Love catalyst is spirit. Well, this basically ends a little bit of this. So, thanks to these ancient Greek gods, basically, we can learn from all these different types of love in our lives. Because of these distinctions, we can learn in order to truly enjoy Eros. We must also search for greater good or depth through Philia and cultivate Ludus, avoiding Mania as our relationships mature. It's through these efforts, though, however, we'll find Pragma and our soulmate or twin flame relationships. Finally, through the power of Philautia and Agape, we can come to that understanding how amazing our human hearts really are. Our hearts are the only things in the universe that can grow larger the more they give out to others. Well, this quickly ends basically a quick overview of the different types of love of the 8 types. Smash the like button, comment below. Feel free to share these videos around. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And if I'm not around, don't forever fret. As I said, I'll be floating around on some of the Facebook pages that I'm in, even though I've got so many Facebook pages, groups that I'm trying to support. So if you don't see me in there, don't forever fret. I'll be around somewhere. Even if you do want to talk to me, you can feel free to message me on AspieAnswers through my Facebook page that I've created, so that you can keep up to date with me, or just keep up to date with some of my Twitter and whatever feed I will post on, and sometimes on a daily, of what I get up to if need be. So thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.